Hey guys, this is a review of the Schwinn Central 700c commuter bike, and this, in my opinion, is a very good buy. It's sub $300 and you get quite, a lot of things for your money. So, as you can see, it's kind of got like a mountain bike look. So it's got the mountain bike handles and the mountain bike frame, and the size of the tires are 29-inch. That's the 700c class. The other good thing about this bike, to say that it's under $300, is the actual disc brakes. You see, it's got one there on the front and one on the rear, and you can see the cable. They're not the hydraulic ones, and they do stop this bike pretty good. It's got a pretty comfortable saddle. It's not the razor like racing bike, or if you look at some of the mountain bikes, they're kind of like razorish. You sit on them and they hurt your ass, and with me having a fat ass, this is pretty comfortable. I like the gear shifters on this. It's got the numbers here, to show you what gear you're in, and I like these better than the actual, the twist grip ones. The twist grip ones kind of, you could be pulling on the handlebars and change gear, accidentally. Another good feature about this commuter bike is the fact that it comes with a rack to put things on, and you could also put, I guess, panions on this. And it's also got rear guard, mud guard as they call them in England, front mud guard as they call them in England, fenders, rear and front fenders as they call them here in the States. And the actual paintwork on this is reflective, and it's got a reflector in the front wheel and a reflector in the rear wheel, reflector in the rear back of the bike, and also a reflector up front. Another good feature of this bicycle is the quick release features of it. Front wheel, quick release. Rear wheel, quick release. And as you can look at the seat here, the seat post, quick release. So you don't need a wrench or spanner as they call them in England to undo a bolt to position your seat or take your front or rear wheel off. The bike has 21 gears, and shifting is pretty nice. It's pretty smooth. I like the way that the bike rides. It rides, really good. There's two bolts right here, as you can see, to put a water bottle or put a pump. Some accessory, you can put them there. And it's also pretty light. The bike's pretty light. It's an aluminum frame, and it is light. I'm trying to think what some of the other features. These are all the good things that I've found. That I've found with it so far. One thing that I find absolutely fantastic about this is that, as you can see right here, the bike comes with a built-in lock. You get a set of keys for this, and so this pulls out. As you can see, it's pretty long. You could chain this to anywhere where they, railings or whatever, You can also put it through your wheel and chain it up. However, one thing about this, because it does have a quick release front, I would advise anybody to get a second lock and lock the front wheel, because obviously somebody that wants to steal this, or steal, can't get to steal it, they just wanted to ride off on it, and don't come, equipped with anything, they might just take the front wheel off, and then you're left without a front wheel. One thing that's disappointing to me about it is when I purchased it, right here, there's supposed to be a front light, and that has not come. I've got to contact Schwinn about that and try to find out what they're going to do, whether I've got to return the bike or if they're just going to send me the light. And apparently the light does come with batteries, so you don't have to go out and buy batteries. The bicycle also comes complete with stand, as you can see, so you don't have to buy a stand, and that's a plus. Like I said, this bicycle has got lots of features to say how much it costs. I mean, you can go and spend way more money, and not get all these features. To me, I think that, if I really wanted to with this, I could probably take the fenders off, front and rear fender. I could take the rack off if I wanted. It's just going to be, basically a mountain bike if I just want to use it as a mountain bike. I could dry mountain bike, I guess, as it is. Yes, there's no front shock or rear shock. I know some mountain bikes have, front shockers, and that's all they have. They don't have any rear. Some have, some have both. But I opted for a bike that, it's a hybrid, basically, this bike. It can be used for going down trails. It can be used for on the road. And the reason why I opted, one of the main reasons, is the tires aren't thin like a racing bike. They're thicker, but they're not fat. They're not the fatter tires like you see on mountain bikes. So it's in between, the thickness of the tire. It's in between road bike, racing bike, and mountain bike. Personally, myself, I like the color, and how the decals are all laid out on it, and it rides well, like I said. There's just one negative that I've got right now on this bike, and the fact that when it was assembled, there was no light that should have come with it on the front. So, all in all, right now, I'm pretty pleased with the bike. I don't think there's much more that really I can say about it. I mean, what more do you want for sub $300? I think it's pretty, it's value for money. You get a lot. Some bikes don't have, they don't have the disc brakes, and you pay more. You pay more than $600 for those bikes. You don't get a rack. If there are features that you want, like a rack, you don't get a lock built actually into the frame of the bike, so you're not having to worry about, making sure that you take your take your lock with you, your bike lock, if you go anywhere. And I like it. It rides well. It's comfortable. The handlebars, the positioning, the width of the handlebars, everything, they're great for me. And I'm happy. Just that one thing is the light that's missing off the front. But like I say, I'm going to contact Schwinn about that next week and see what we can do. But I would say out of 10 right now, I'm going to give this bike a 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. You know, I've had some bikes in my time, and I think this is one of the better buys, the better purchases for, you know, its value for money. But who knows? I may end up making another video later on after I've had it for a while, and give feedback then. Alright, this is the Schwinn Central C700 Commuter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to drop me a comment down below. And thank you for watching. Take care.